Hi, I'm back again with another book review, but it's this book right here, um, somewhere here. But this book has stayed with me since I read it. I read it a little while ago. I should have done this earlier, but anyway. So I went into Anxious People thinking I'd read a slightly quirky story about a failed bank robbery, but what I did not expect was to be personally attacked, emotionally evaluated, and then gently comforted right after. Like, are you serious? This was supposed to be a bank robbery. Anyway, first of all, the premise itself already sounds chaotic. There's a bank robber, there's an apartment viewing, the robber accidentally takes a bunch of strangers hostage. It's already a stressful situation, already messy, already something my anxiety could never fully handle. But then it's not really about the bank robbery at all, which feels slightly illegal because suddenly you're not reading just a crime story. You're reading a story about people, people who are very weird, very broken, extremely relatable, and somewhere you're like, wow, this could have happened right down the road from me. And I think that's what really got me for this book. Every single character in this book is dealing with something, but not in like a dramatic sort of way, not in a main character trauma sort of way, but in that quiet, painfully real way where you're just trying to sort of function, but you're also failing a little at it, or a lot at it. You can decide once you read the book. But there's this constant thread of anxiety running through everyone in this book. But it's not just panic attacks or overthinking, but it's more of like this existential confusion, not crisis, but like I said, it feels so real. It's more like the what am I doing with my life kind, or am I a good person kind, or why am I like this kind. So yeah, that's fun, I guess, but also weirdly comforting because the book keeps reminding you that people are doing the best they can, even when it doesn't look like it, even when they mess up, even when they hurt people. And I didn't expect to feel softer after reading this because I really thought this was just going to be another easy crime thriller read. But also, the writing style is slightly unhinged in a fantastic way. It's like the narrator will randomly go off on these tangents, judge characters, judge you a little, and then drop something so painfully true that you have to hold the book close, but also you need to close the book at the same time and then just stare at the wall for a second before you can get back to reading. And it's also funny, but the kind of funny that sort of sneaks up on you. Like, you'll be laughing and then suddenly you're like, wait, why am I this emotional? And I think Fredrik Backman does this thing where he makes you judge a character at first and then slowly peels them open until you feel bad for ever judging them, which honestly is just, it's rude, but also extremely effective. But I also loved how all these strange, random strangers are somehow connected in ways that you don't expect or don't immediately see. It kind of forces you to realize that everyone around you has a whole life that you know nothing about. Like, that one person you find annoying, yeah, probably they have a backstory that would humble you instantly. Hate that, but I also sort of needed it because I'm so quick to judge everything and everyone, including myself. So don't come at me for that statement. But if I had to describe this book in one sentence, it would be, it's about a bunch of anxious people just being human in the most messy, confusing, slightly ridiculous way. And just for that, I would extremely highly 10 on 10, 100 on 100 recommend this book because everyone needs to know that everyone is struggling, but we're all somewhere living the same life. And it just makes you be like, makes you feel softer for the other human, um, be it in the story or be it otherwise. But yeah, only if you're okay with, randomly laughing, feeling slightly attacked, and having a mild existential crisis halfway through the book, only then you should read the book. Also, like I said earlier, I didn't even read this recently. I'm very late to this review, but I still remember exactly how this book made me feel, which says quite a lot. So, yes, please read it. And honestly, it won't fix anything. It doesn't give you answers, but it kind of just sits with you and it goes, yeah, life is weird, but you're not alone. And honestly, sometimes that's fully enough, especially for somebody who is an overthinker and an anxious person like I am. So, anyway, 10 out of 10 for emotional damage and unexpected comfort. I will now go and stare at the ceiling and rethink my life choices because what am I doing with my life? Why am I not writing books like this? Why am I not writing scripts like this? It's fantastic. Please go get yourself this book and read it instantly because fantastic. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.